Hey YouTubers, this is Camera Prepper here. Today what I'm going to talk about is myself. The idea is that I'm going to do a vlog, hopefully once every month, just to tell you what I'm doing, the things I'll probably be doing in the next year or so. But obviously the competition's out of the way now. Well done to Grademan 66. I will be announcing a competition probably in the next few weeks. I have announced one on the forum, which I'll go through in another video in the next day or two, just to explain what it is and stuff. The reason why for this video is to tell you about me. I mean, I've done about 15-16 videos now. You're probably wondering sort of my background and who am I? Okay, well, my name is Camera Prepper. You probably will, some will know me by my real name. By all means, if you do, you can still call me by the real name. It's just so that I can, it's just my YouTube name, so to speak. But, right, where do I start? My main sort of skill and expertise comes from my martial arts background. I've trained for about 24 years. I started from the age of 7. So you probably could work out my date of birth. Might be a bit longer than that. I am 32. I studied Shotokan karate, the sport karate at first, to be honest. And as I developed, I started to wanting to know street sense, as in the sense of how to protect myself if someone pulls a knife out of you, or where I used to live with a gun. Things like that, and I felt that Shotokan, not to dumb down Shotokan karate, I loved it and I still do it on occasion. I didn't feel that Shotokan karate could protect me on the street. Pure reason, some of the blocks that they would use, obviously you won't use them on the streets. In a proper street fight there's parries, but to me there's no blocks. I went on to a thing called Kyusho Jiu-Jitsu with the same instructor, and we did a thing called Den-Mak. Den-Mak is pressure point fighting. It's using acupuncture points around the body to cause pain. Now I appreciate Kyusho Jiu-Jitsu and I admire it and the study of it, but I still felt that I was lacking in terms of street sense or street martial arts. So I took up a thing called Krav Maga. Now Krav Maga, for people that do not know, it was originally developed in Israel during war times, World War II, my apologies, to fight the Nazi Germany. I took this up, and within, I would say, a few months I realised that this system, not faulting any other systems, there is some great systems out there. I love Jiu-Jitsu and BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well, especially the ground fighting, including the Sistema as well, which is the Russian martial arts as well. But Krav Maga for me is one of the best systems out there for the ultimate self-defense. I've took this up and I've been doing it for about 6 years. I teach it. I've taught it all over, sort of in Italy. I've taught it over in England as well. I've taught special forces included as well, and some bodyguards, and I've also taught police officers as well. This system, by none, to me, is the best system that anyone can do. But obviously, I've done it, so obviously it's for you guys to go and try it yourself. You might find a system that is totally good for you. But anyway, so that's my background. When did I start prepping? I started prepping, I would say, just after the 7/7 attacks in London. Pure reason again, I was at home at that time. My brother was at work, and he works in London. And during the attacks, obviously, I couldn't get hold of him or any form, literally, obviously, because when the attack happened, all communication ceased, because obviously the police didn't want any more explosions go off in case there were mobile detonations and things like that. And it started to make me realise that us as human beings, it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing, you are at risk of being attacked or having a natural disaster or any form that can cause your life to be in trouble or where it can change just the snap of the fingers. So I started then. I wouldn't say I started, full on prepping. Sort of gathering sort of equipment and things like that. I started to read. I started to read survival books and all about prepping. I started to read about self-reliance and how to look after yourself, and I did buy little tiny things like extra candles for the house at that time. And then I would say 2009, when I got married, it really hit home that I need to prep, full on, full time, pure reason. I got married and I took over 5 stepdaughters. Well, my daughters now. To me, it doesn't matter what, if they're blood or not. To me, they're my daughters. I see them as my daughters. But I got married in 2009, so I saw that to me as the right time to prep full on. And I've never looked back. I've gathered many stuff from, I've stocked up on food, water. I've got several bag-out bags because obviously there is 7 of us. I am planning to, more people to join this my group. Just for pure reason is that I believe prepping for me anyway, in order to survive if anything was to happen in terms of a natural disaster or man-made, otherwise like a world war, in which in the current situation you never know, it could be possible. I feel that as a community, if we all come together and have different type of skills, we could survive as one. I've got certain skills, and then someone could come from off the streets and they could be a doctor. Brilliant. Do you know what I mean? I haven't got the skills and mindsets of being a full-on paramedic. Yes, I know basic first aid, but I solely believe prepping should be a community. So in the last year or 2 years, my main goal, as well as preparing for my family, is to help as many people, whether they're preppers now or preppers in the future, to get prepared. And if they wish, obviously, I'm willing to, if they wish, they can join my group as well. I am starting a web page for that, which will be coming up very soon. So by all means, anybody can send me a message on that as well as obviously the YouTube channel. For me, prepping, again, it's a family thing. At first, my wife thought I was crazy, like they always do. I tend, obviously, apart from doing YouTube videos and things like that, I have done newspaper reports, but apart from that, I try to keep myself to myself, which is hard, and I know I want to try a community, and there will be a time when I will literally, I wouldn't say tell the world, but I would spread it out to say that everyone who's willing is welcome. But apart from that, it's like I said, I wouldn't change it for the world, and I would continue to prep. We get bad names, we get called funny things, but no matter what they say to me, it means nothing. When the SHTF hits the fan, and obviously I'm saying in case young kid is watching, but when SHTF does come, they're the ones that will be panicking and running, and we're the ones that will be in comfort. We're the ones that will be treated with respect, because they're the ones that are going to need our help to rebuild the community. we're going to have the knowledge and the skills to do so. They won't. So no matter what people say to you, carry on prepping. And for anybody that is out there that is interested in prepping and wants to start, by all means you can send me a message and I would help you get started. But don't be afraid to start it, because I've never looked back, and I've loved every minute of it. And to feel that I have the security for my family is very special indeed. I mean, a lot of people, ancestors have prepped and survived even through the world wars. I mean, so if our ancestors have done it, what's the negative side of it? There's no negative side of it. Our grandparents did it. So that's just it's the norm for mankind to protect themselves, and this is the best part of it. But obviously, enough chatting about myself. What am I going to do next year? The aim for me is, again, I'm gonna aim for next year. I'm gonna walk from literally Manchester to London. And the reason why I'm telling you this, I am doing it for charity. I'm doing charity for Scope, which for me is a very, very special charity. One of my children has got special needs, and a long-term special needs as well. So it's very important that I would like to give back for what these people and these charities have done for us. But the idea is to walk from Manchester to London, and on the way obviously we will be wild camping, but I'm shouting out to anyone and everyone. I would like to have someone alongside me. Obviously my wife has got a long-term illness as well, so she won't be able to come, but I'm looking for someone that is able to give probably looking to take about 3 to 4 weeks of their time to walk with me. It's going to be a long walk. Everything that we have will be in our bags, so we'll be carrying all the weight and everything like that, all that food as much. I'm touching wood that some of my relatives and some other people obviously will have a support car, so we can restock in food sort of halfway there, so to speak, so we're not having to carry the complete load. But again, if you're interested in doing that, please give me a message, and I try to fill you in as much as possible. It is in the planning stage at the moment, so I'm still looking for the best route. I want to have a route that has a scenic route, and it's not continuously walking next to motorways. I want to experience the beauty of this country, so I want to get away from everything in terms of cities and things like that, so I try and avoid that. So if anybody has any interest in doing that, please feel free to contact me, and then we can sort something out. Well, thank you for listening in to me, and I'm sorry if I did waffle on about myself. You'll probably find that sometimes I do waffle, so I apologise for that. But please continue to like my YouTube videos and subscribe to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, and it gives me the more strength to do more as well. So until then, this is Camera Prepper out.